Hey y'all, welcome to NatAndGrace Revelations. This is Tarot Tia, spirit driven reading. We'll see what comes out. I keep hearing ace, face, something like that. Phase, fast, phased, face, faced, you know, fist, feast. And I heard fawn or fauna, awning, awning. Looks like someone who's about to be glorified or a situation to where upliftment is a really big factor, especially if this is the upliftment of the spirits. Something that is bringing in a sense of rejuvenation, spiritual healing, almost like a baptism, you know what I mean? But what's interesting about it is it feels as if the baptism is taking place internally, you know what I mean? Like it's more of an internal baptism than an external experience. I hope that's clear. So it doesn't feel like something that's physically happening or can physically be seen. It feels like spiritual changes, spiritual transformations, or things that are being done behind the scenes, things that are in the works spiritually, you know? But it feels like somebody who is overcoming a lot of oppression, a lot of aggression, a lot of jealousy, a lot of resistance, a lot of disloyalty. You know, it feels like something that has gone through a period to where they have really been battling a really big monster or somebody that has a very big attitude or is very aggressive and jealous of them or mean towards them or an energy that does not like them. You know what I mean? Then that's what it really feels like to me is somebody or a company who's battling someone or possibly another company or an entity. You know, you take it how it resonates that just man, thought that they were so big and powerful. It's like the big bad wolf. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. But this energy built their home, their foundation out of bricks, you know? And this big bad wolf can't huff and puff and blow this house down because they don't have the wind, the stamina, you know what I mean, to be able to do it. So I heard get your weight up. Heard that very loud and clear. Get your weight up. Right, because it's coming across to me. I heard I can't stand the rain. I can't stand the rain. And I know that song, Missy Elliott, I know that's a sample, but I can't tell you who's the original artist from, you know. But so I don't know if you want to look into both versions of that song. I can't stand the rain, but that's what I'm hearing. It's just that part. I can't stand the rain. But as it feels like somebody, right, they are making a choice to not be around this anymore. It seems like somebody who's gotten a very clear vision or there's a sense of clarity that's coming into this situation to help someone to get back on their feet, to restore themselves, to renew themselves, to kind of gain, it feels like to gain the momentum that they need to be able to be happy, you know, or to have the courage that it takes to be able to pull whatever this is off. Because if I heard people are talking, people are watching, people are whispering, people know, people notice, and I'm hearing notice me, she noticed me. Young Thug, um, Young Thug, I can't tell you what that's off of, but she noticed me. She noticed me. Maybe the Barter Six. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I pull up in that big old body Benz. That's what I'm hearing. So yeah, it feels like somebody who is happy that they're being recognized, you know, happy that they're being uplifted or possibly being blessed with something. The keys to something, especially if this is a luxury vehicle or something that they've been looking for, longing for, wanting for a very long time, needing for a very long time. I heard equipment, I heard studio equipment, I heard studio apartment, apart, apartment, apartments, anything like that, you know. And I keep hearing better off alone. That came up in that last reading, you know. especially if somebody named Eric, or Erica may be a really big factor. Eric's son, Eric's. A name that starts with the letter E or the letter A feels really significant here. The letters E and the letter A. Especially if there's an airy, like I said, airy, Eric, air, anything like that. Ayer. It could be even like Ayer, because that's crazy, because I started to see Roy Ayers. Um, huh. Ubiquity. Third Eye. I could not think of what the song I was hearing play. Third Eye by Roy Ayers is what's playing. If I can find a link, I'll post that in the description. But that's exactly what I'm hearing. Third Eye by Roy Ayers, Ayers. And I keep hearing Ubiquity. So yeah, that makes sense though. And I heard focus. You gotta focus. You gotta focus. Tension, release the tension. Right. Because it doesn't look like there's any need for drama. Like I said, I heard the coast is clear. Coat is clear. The coast is clear. Coast, coaster, coasting, coast. While I'm seeing like actual coasters though, for drinks. I'm seeing coasters, cozies, koozies, you know what I mean? Like whatever, it's like something like that. This is so interesting because cups feel like they're a really big factor in whatever the situation is. Cups, plates, utensils, appliances. I heard market, network, netter, netty, netting, net. And then I heard I met them, we met them, you met them, she met them, he met them. I know you. And I heard I know your face. I heard set in stone. Sadie. And somebody looks like they're really stressed out because they can't heal from something. It's almost like there's a lot of pain that they face, and it's a conversation that they've always wanted to have that they haven't been able to express or get off of their chest, or something that they've always wanted to say. Something that somebody is longing to say, but they find the words, or can't, like, they don't know how to express themselves. So they're starting to kind of freak out because they know that there's a sense of disappointment, or there's this lagging feels like a really big factor. Lagging. Because it feels like someone may be assuming that this other party is still stuck in their past, still reflecting on what could have been, should have been. Terrace, Teresa, Terry. It feels like somebody who, I heard I want that old thing back. She want that old thing back. Something like that. And I keep hearing, do you miss me? Do you miss me? Do they miss me? And I keep hearing, why do you keep asking that? And I heard I'm asking for a friend. They're asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. Ask if they got a friend. Anything like that. Asking for a friend. As it seems to me as if somebody may have had like a casual relationship with somebody that they really want, or that they really are physically, sexually attracted to, but they don't feel as if this energy is mutual. They don't feel as if the connection can be restored. It's like the spark, her spark plug. So it could even be something that's tied into a vehicle, especially if this is like a new car and somebody's like, the fuck, like, I just got this. I just bought this. Like, what's wrong with it? I heard on the fritz, right? It could be a car. It could be an appliance. It's something that feels mechanical. And and like I said, if these are human beings, it's because there used to be a lot of sexual chemistry. There used to be a strong attraction physically. But beyond the physical attraction, or physical attractiveness, it feels like there's nothing behind it. There's no substance behind it. So again, big bad wolf comes in, I'll huff out, puff out, blow your house down. If this shit is made of sticks, which it is, like I said, especially is made of wands, you feel me? It's shit that can be broken. Okay, things that can be easily broken because it's tied into the physical, right? It's tangible. So if, and then especially with this Knight of Wands here, it's like this is the most quick energy in tarot. It's in and out. You know what I mean? This is disloyal as fuck. That shit ain't sticking around. You know? So but it's usually fun, it's usually exciting, it's usually, a lot of momentum. You get what I'm saying? It's fiery, it's passionate, it's exciting. It's a very exciting energy, but it doesn't last long. It's just like, do you want to go? I just, y'all get my point. But it seems like somebody is shocked that this shit has burnt out. Like whatever it is, whatever's going on, it's dead. Or it's almost like, damn, like the batteries done ran out. You feel me? Like, yeah, whatever the fuck has happened here, this shit is dead. But it's coming across to me as if it's because somebody has not been playing fair. Or there's an energy that feels like they have been wronged. So they're losing their patience. Or they're losing momentum or interest because they're hurt or have been hurt, disappointed, let down. And this is general, y'all. Work, family, friend, or romantic. You take this how this resonates. It feels like somebody who's distancing themselves, or a situation where separation has happened or happening, past, present, or future. Because somebody is in a place to where they don't really, it seems like they can't take any further pain. It feels like an energy that cannot take anything else, that will not tolerate anything else, that does not have the capacity to. So I heard turning in their key, turnkey, tourney, possibly attorney. I heard to my. Then I heard dear darling, like the Little Rascals, right? The He-Man, was it He-Man Woman Haters Club is what they were called? Yeah. Somebody has been getting really, really bad advice to mistreat something or someone, or to not take an opportunity as seriously as they should, because they feel like there's better out there, or they possibly deserve better, or that this comes with baggage or weight or obligations that they may not be ready for, or a situation to where someone feels like they cannot afford to be in, a part of this, or they are not prepared to be a part of this, or the people that are involved in this situation are not prepared or mature enough to be on this energy's level. They feel young or very immature compared to the energy that the role that they're trying to play. You get what I'm saying? So like the Little Rascals. That's why I said y'all can't make this shit up. You know how they were so young and silly, but they were playing the role of little adults. You know what I mean? They had their own little club. We had a little girlfriend he was trying to take on a date. And then especially the part that's standing out to me, y'all, is when the little boys all stacked on top of each other and put on that beard and went to the bank trying to get a loan. Like, that's what it feels like is happening. Is somebody there are people who are running around with the fake beard on and shit. Like, they're living false realities, or trying to portray themselves as what they actually aren't, to look more experienced than what they actually are, to look more intelligent than what they actually are, to look like they have more money than what they actually have, to become, you feel me, to look more valuable or important than they actually feel. Okay? And it feels like because of that, they have been shitting on people, stunting on people, flexing on people who are now, or taking from people, stealing from people who are now ready to fight back intellectually. You know what I mean? It's like I said, with an attorney, or in a written form, or like an orator. It's like somebody who may have thought that they were going to get under another skin, or to be able to play dirty, be very deceptive, to be very conniving, is see-through. Their energy is transparent as fuck. So it feels like I heard cage, something like that. It feels like somebody is see-through as fuck, and they know that they're see-through as fuck, but they're afraid because it feels like them being see-through can reveal a lot of secrets. And so they're becoming very protective and possibly trying to push people away, or trying to become very, very condescending to people who get close to knowing their secret. They may be very mean to people who know their secrets, or people who they feel like have dirt on them in different ways. You know, it seems like somebody who cannot accept who they are, or a situation where somebody just cannot accept shit for what it is. So they're very condescending to someone, or in it, they're very negative. Their energy is very negative in this situation. That's very positive. It's nothing but love and you know, abundance that's here. It just feels like somebody does not want another to be a part of the party, does not want another to be a part of this equation, because they feel like this energy has been very, 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 very overpowering. It's like when they come on the scene, when they're around, this other party is no longer going to be a factor. But in my opinion, it feels like this energy has been messy as fuck. They've been sneaky, they've been conniving, they've been deceptive, they've been gossiping, they've been nosy, they've been stalker-like, and they've been, I heard, bereave, something like that. It feels like they've been doing this because they're jealous or angry or bitter, and they can't hide their insecurities any longer. It feels like somebody who's trying to make it a point to prove how important they are, to prove how valuable they are, to prove that people know their name, or people know who they are, or you get what I'm saying? And it's like they're trying too hard. It's an energy that's trying way too hard to be, again, something or somebody that they aren't, or to be a part of some shit that they aren't prepared for or aren't equipped for. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, well, you know, whose is this? Who's that? Who's, you get what I'm saying? Because this energy does not belong. So it just feels to me as if somebody is about to say sorry or be ready to apologize, because this energy feels like they are taking advantage of somebody else's time, space, opportunity, emotions, or they are trying to emotionally take advantage of somebody because they're trying to force them to do what they want them to do, to force them to do what they love, to force them to feed into their wants and needs versus doing what, you know, makes them happy. So it just seems like somebody is about to change their mind and continue to follow their purpose, or continue to follow the light in this situation, because they have a very clear picture, a very clear vision. It feels like somebody who may have had a dream or some type of premonition, or you know, an epiphany of some sort, so where they saw their future or could see their future, possibly could have sought out, like, you know, like a tarot reading or anything like that, a shaman, a high priestess, whatever, you know, whatever, anything like that. But it feels like somebody who's been able to see their future, and their path has already been laid out to them. Laid out. Okay. So they know like what they deserve. They know what they're looking for. They know what love feels like. They know what self-love looks like, feels like, you know, because they have that. But it seems to me as if it's time for them to use that in the physical reality. Use everything that they have learned spiritually in this physical reality, even if it doesn't seem like it makes sense, because it feels like you may be being called to say no to something or to someone that may seem like a great opportunity, a grand opportunity, just to find out that this no is for protection. This no is because this energy is hiding a lot of shit. It feels like there are skeletons in their closet. It feels like somebody who is trying to kind of like emotionally guilt trip someone into sticking around, hanging around them, being around them, because they feel alone, they feel lonely. But in reality, this energy knows that it's time to detach from this person, because again, they have pushed them away. They have pushed them into that point. So again, it feels like somebody sees the light now. Seeing the light is a huge factor here. What's the overall advice? And then I'm wrapping up. Yeah, open up your heart. Open up your heart because it feels like your heart chakra was forced to open and then close, or something about the heart may be really significant in this situation. Hearts, anything like that. It feels like there's a decision to make. There's a decision to make, and it feels like somebody is making a decision to close the door emotionally, to kind of heal themselves emotionally, to be so they can have fun, so they can liberate themselves, so they can do what they need to do freely, without restrictions. And it's going to make someone feel really uncomfortable because it feels like they're getting left behind. It's almost as if the rapture is happening and someone feels like they kind of have been left down on earth, and these other energies have grown their wings and are flying and things like that. But in reality, this feels like a big sense of survivor's remorse. Like somebody who feels guilty for surviving or for making it or for becoming exactly who they may have said that they were going to become, while these other energies may still be stuck in the same positions, in the same spots, or feel as if they cannot move out of their environments, out of situations, or these energies may feel trapped, bound, stuck to these environments, these situations, and it seems like somebody's mindset is a lot bigger than, their environment, and you can see it, and you're about to see that change in their lifestyle and the way their finances are set up. It feels like somebody, I heard Francis or Francine, Franz, something like that. And I heard, all of my bitches got friends. Miguel, I think that's Miguel, maybe Gold Link. But it feels like somebody is ready to pay this shit off, or you're being called to pay off your debt, pay off your karmic debt. Don't feel bad that you have to leave people behind because you can't take these people on this ride. It feels like God is trying to bless you, not you and your homies, not you and these people around you, not you and your entourage. God is trying to bless you. And once you allow God to bless you, then if with your free will, you can choose to bless your entourage and your homies and the people around you. But let these blessings rain down on you because this is what you deserve. Okay? Thank you so much, y'all.